Now, sorry about the heavy breathing. I was infuriated with my sister, my baby sister, who just make a dude want to kill her. Anyway, this is what if Naruto was like Madara Uchiha. Now, how they are the same. Now, once Naruto grows up, he has exceptional sight. In fact, his eyes are almost as if they're like the Sharingan, but they're not. They're not the Sharingan. Hiruzen checked into Naruto's background details to see if Minato was hiding anything or if Kushina was in Uchiha. But nothing showed up. Naruto Naruto at this point in time he's halfway through the year, and as a 3-year old he's already almost died 8 times within that year alone. Naruto is being attacked rapidly by Konoha's tuning, not higher rank tuning, because so they won't actually know Naruto's value towards the village. once he is attacked, once he is constantly attacked, Naruto is almost dead the within the flesh. As pent up rage, Naruto had acted like a goofy kid for literally his whole entire life at that point. And Naruto had an older brother who took care of him. Like, he really took care of him. Naruto had put on this mask so he wouldn't worry his older brother. Once his older brother was coming back from a mission, he went home to find that Naruto was not there. He went around the village to find Naruto being brutally attacked by three Chunin and one Jonin and around 15 villagers. With this crowd that was attacking Naruto, and since the seal was the strongest at this point, Naruto was probably most likely going to die. Naruto's older brother quickly and swiftly stopped the fight by making his presence be known. His older brother was a high tier Jonin. Everyone knew that he was the fourth Hokage's son, but they didn't know the why he was so insistent on protecting the demon, not knowing that the demon or the boy was his younger brother. Now we skip to a 6-year-old Naruto who is going home. Um 3 hours earlier. Mm, Three Jonin that are mid-level Jonin and five Chunin were attacking him. You always protect the demon. Die off like your dad, they said, once attacking him. He was beaten brutally. Naruto walked into the house to see no, yeah, to see the corpse of his dead brother. that had been stabbed through his heart. With on that very day, the mask that was placed on Naruto's face was completely destroyed. The mask of his goofy self was wiped off, obliterated. There was nothing left except hatred brewing within his heart, hatred brewing within his soul. He went in ready to attack and kill the people that he had seen or he had thought to be attacking his brother, but they were normal ninja who actually liked his brother a fair amount and were investigating his body. When Naruto attacked them, they stopped him completely. And they didn't care about the fact that his older brother was protecting him. They didn't care. They wanted him executed. They started to beat upon Naruto, yelling, "It's your fault." Time almost seemed to stop completely. Naruto dodged around attacks, but it was to no avail. His eyes were strong, but his body was not. He was not fast enough. They beat him brutally, not showing any sign of care for the young boy who was just trying to fit in. Naruto, with being terribly beaten, he woke up the next day within the hospital. Because Hiruzen noticed that Naruto hadn't that Hiruzen was told that Naruto's brother was dead. Naruto cold, lifeless body. Hiruzen Hiruzen then came in saying looking like he was worried. He said, "Naruto, are you okay?" Naruto just looked at him with pure anger, hatred, and that goofy smile that scraped his face all the time disappeared. From that day on, Naruto acted completely different until he was 8 years old.
Pick up that and put it back right there. I just cleaned that mirror off.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. That's why it looks so clean.
Really?
It's like you be doing stuff to make this room look horrible than what it is.
Are you sure? What? Anyway, Naruto afterwards showed no emotions towards Minnie, and he was going to join the academy the very day. It was his birthday, and also the day of his brother's death. Naruto was more grim on that day than any other day within the year. He was glad that his birthday only came around once a year. He hated the day of his brother's untimely death. Naruto felt that the only way to to create true peace was through him controlling everything. He had to control everything for there to be honest peace. For there to be peace completely, he had to control. With Naruto, once Naruto joined the academy, he was more like a Sasuke uh Orochimaru enhance Sasuke. Naruto stood up looking for any sort of way of saying, oh no. You should be happy. You're going to the academy tomorrow. Naruto's face looked even more grim than usual, as Hiruzen then remembered. It's today, he thought within his mind. The day of Naruto's brother untimely death. Now the next day, we skipped to when Naruto went to the academy. Naruto walked within the classroom like Orochimaru enhanced Sasuke because of Naruto's thought of that only within him controlling everything could there true peace be realized. Naruto trained over those years, by the way. That's the reason why he was capable of doing such a thing. He trained um over those years. That's because of the fact that he wanted to become in control. So he just appeared inside the classroom mid through the day. Iruka saw this little kid with a grim face just appear beside Sasuke. Ah, today, he said, he he called out without revealing Naruto's name. Naruto, you should have came earlier. He said. Anyway, introduce yourself to the class, Iruka said, and the teacher's assistant, Yuki, looked at Naruto with pure hatred gleaming through his eyes. Iruka did the same. That is why his voice raised when he uh, um called Naruto up. Naruto looked at Iruka and then looked at the class. My name is Naruto Uzumaki. I have only one goal, to become so strong and so powerful that everyone will have to listen. Everyone will be under my control, Naruto said, as all the other kids in the class laughed out loud. Naruto's days in the academy were different because of the fact Naruto was too busy gaining power to gain absolute control. He was never, hardly ever within his classroom. He paid more attention to when and where and who could give him power. And to him, Iruka was weak. To him, Mizuki was weak. Friday, halfway through the year. Naruto. Ah, it seems that you finally showed up to class after you almost skipped the whole entire semester, he said angrily towards Naruto. Naruto looked at him with a face that showed he truly did not care. And then Naruto said, I'm here for the test. Since you're so eager to do the test, you show everybody first. as he then gave him 5 kunai. If you can hit all of the dots, front and center, you'll be excused for missing half of the semester of school. Naruto would then laugh. Half the semester. This is easy. As he then grabbed onto all 5 of the kunai, he spent around so quickly that airwaves were rippling where he was, and then he disappeared. When really what he did, he jumped around throwing the kunai. Then he reappeared within the area. Iruka was like, I couldn't see him. Naruto stood up, one step closer to gaining control, Naruto said, under his breath, not allowing anyone to hear him. As they shot on the dot, they were perfect, front and center. Yuko's like, what? Wait, no. If you can defeat the top person in the class, then I'll forgive that. And then Sasuke and Uchiha walked up. Dope. I guess I'm gonna fight the class dead last. That's what they all say until they're dead by my blade. No, until they're dead by my very hands, Naruto said. You think that you can scare me by saying that? Huh, you're much funny than I thought you were. And then he went in for the attack. They got set up within the training grounds as they then went into a full taijutsu battle. Sasuke quickly realized with the first blow he was coughing out blood. He flew back. This guy's strong. And then he said, no, I must become so strong that I can show my brother that I'm the strongest. He said out loud. And then he went in trying to attack. No, his father and his brother, that he was the strongest. He went in trying to attack Naruto. He went full power. There was no holding back. He slammed his kick into Naruto, which Naruto just took as if nothing happened. Sasuke jumped back thinking, this guy's a monster. What is he? He said out loud, but so smallly that only the most trained of ears could hear him. Ruka heard so, Mizuki heard so, and Naruto did. Naruto then flashed out. What did you call me? He yelled out in a rage, infuriated. Those were the words that the Ambu who attacked him called him. Those were the words that he heard throughout his life. And those were the last words that he heard from the people who killed his brother. Naruto thought they weren't even executed for their crimes. As then he yelled out, you're gonna pay for those words. I'm gonna make your blood touch the ground. As he then disappeared from vision. Within those turn of events, Sasuke flew into the air, then flew down to the ground, then he flew towards the crowd, and then he flew towards a tree, and then he flew. He was flying everywhere within the air until his clothes were stained with blood, his face beaten and battered and bruised. He was completely knocked out. Naruto stood up. Go ahead, I'm gonna kill you, he yelled out. As then Mizuki, and Iruka stepped in, using all of their power to stop Naruto. With all of their efforts, they finally got to stop Naruto. Naruto breathed in heavily with with his energy depleted from the full on assault that he launched towards Sasuke. He was injured, battered, and bruised. Naruto thought. No, Sasuke. 3 days later, Sasuke finally woke up after gaining such destructive blows. If Tsunade was there, he would have woke up. He would have woke up within the hours. That shows you just how good Tsunade is at healing. Anyway, Naruto, Naruto was Naruto said, "I am. I'm thankful for every last moment that I got to pummel him." When Sasuke went back to school, his face was almost destroyed. Was still no, his face was healed, but his body. Oh, excuse me. His body felt weak. He felt as if he lost all of his energy. His bones felt weak. He felt as if even the slightest wind pressed up against him, he could fall out, and his body could, what? Right, and he could have fell down from exhaustion. Um, right. Anyway, um, it's as if that's how he had felt. He he um he stopped. He realized that it was stupid of what he did. Um, within the chair, we see Naruto sitting down beside Sasuke. Sasuke shaking, shaking completely like a leaf, but still trying to act cool and calm headed. With every second, no, every 5 seconds or so, he glanced over towards Naruto. He was truly, he was truly scared of this guy. He don't, he doesn't know what the guy was. He just attacked him, and he did it without drawing. He did it so powerfully. He grew fearful of that fact. Naruto looked over at him and then said, "What's wrong?" Um. Also, for the past 3 days of there, once he was there, Sakura was nagging at him. But after the first day, Naruto clearly showed that he was willing to beat the out of anybody. He he plucked Sakura in her head with all of his power. She realized that he didn't want to kill anyone, but if he had to, he would. Now, if y'all don't think that this is something that Madara would do, well, this was how Madara was at the beginning stages. So this is just the beginning stages of what's happening to Naruto. Anyway, after he clucked Sakura in her head with a fair amount of power, Sakura was put. She had been in the hospital for a couple of hours before she was ready to get released. And yeah, anyway, since Naruto is just so OP and overpowered within this what if, this is the end. Make sure that y'all like, subscribe, give this, turn on those notifications for sure to make sure that y'all know when your boy is making a video or upload. Also, check out my brother's channel, Dante the God slash Fortnite clips. The one that is for him is the one that has a rainbow flag for the beginning, like mine. It's a picture of one of my older toys. It's a picture of one of my older toys. Anyway, bye guys. I'll see you another time.
Cause she thick.